Yes, that's you.
Crystal's yoni eggs and telling people Maggie. What?
I don't even know what yoni eggs are.
Okay, we have to disagree there. Hello, yes people. Welcome to another a mini episode of the Yes Girls, otherwise known as a Yesticle. We like to call these mini episodes Yesticles because, well, mostly because it sounds naughty, but also because it sounds a bit like a listicle or something small, short and sweet, and like a teaser for what's to come. We have a bit of fun with them, with you, and sometimes with some guests.
Previously on the Yes Girls podcast. Dum-dum-dum-dum. Do you love recaps at the beginning of shows? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah, even me. Because that's how every good Netflix series starts, with a recap.
And because we consider ourselves a good podcast, we figure we should do the same for the upcoming series of Yesticles. Be like Netflix. Because I'm Claire.
And I'm Akumu. And
together we are the
Yes
Girls.
Girls!
Season 8 recap.
This season was a bit different, right? We said yes to doing, being, and learning 6 new things or challenges, like things to do with a specific demographic or generation. After 7 seasons, we gotta keep things fresh, right?
Also, we were looking at challenges that we think are set to improve wellness and well-being, not just give you a new employable skill or give you a new conversation starter at your next party. Although, who says, I found my G-spot, want me to show you, isn't a good icebreaker?
It should be a good icebreaker, right? Well, it's definitely one I'll be trying, for sure.
So what did we say yes to? We started with Akumu saying yes to living like she's plant-based, and she didn't starve.
Then Claire said yes to finding fulfillment like a Gen X and was actually able to live in the moment a bit more.
At least for a moment. Then Akumu and I got sexually awakened like a traditionalist and had our eyes and libidos opened with Harriet's botanicals.
And continuing on the theme of sex, Akumu said yes. Akumu, i.e. me. I love it when I'm in third person. Akumu said yes to knowing her body like a 30-something and turned into a human sprinkler. Thank you, thank you.
Then I said yes to hobbying like a gamer and fiddled a different kind of joystick with some level of success. No sprinkling.
And finally, I said yes to traveling like a millennial and didn't blow the budget or lose sight of what's important. Experience over box ticking.
And before we recap, which one would you do again? Which one would you make me do again?
I'd definitely do the G-spot thing again.
Oh.
It's definitely going to happen, obviously.
Just an excuse to have an orgasm.
You know? I'm like, yes, girls challenge. Yes, girls challenge. Yes. I'd do that again. I'd do the plant again. I mean, all of them are things I've tried to incorporate. So the digital detox, weekends, and the plant thing once in a few weeks, yes. The libido is always there, and then the G-spot thing is always there, and then gaming, no, nothing. I haven't done anything with gaming.
Okay.
Not planning to anything.
Yeah. I would do all of them again. I really enjoyed them. I learned from them. They're not necessarily things I have been doing. Like, I've not been gaming since, but talking about and have a new appreciation for and spreading the word about, actually. Yeah. I mean, I've not, I didn't myself do the G-spot challenge, so I think I would do that one for the first time.
Awesome. That one I would make you. What would you make me do again?
Oh, I would make you do the gaming one again. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, to get more practice.
I would make you do the digital detox.
Yeah.
Yes,
You've
that.
just seen the notifications on my phone that made our producer anxious.
Yes, you need to do that again and again and again.
And again.
And again.
All right. Before reflecting or recapping, there's one more thing we need to do.
Time to get a little unhinged. Welcome to our very specific, highly accurate segment before everything else, before recapping. And it's called Who's Most Likely to?
Yes, Girls Edition. This is where we judge each other's chaos, commitment issues, sex lives, and soft life tendencies. I only have one sex life. I don't have many sex lives.
That's what you say in public, right? PR agents told you to say that. And we want you listening to play along. Yell at the phone. Just say, oh yeah, if you're listening on your phone, yell at the phone, yell at the TV. Not in judgment. DM us if you disagree. We can take it.
Ready?
Let's go. Who's most likely to commit to a new intense diet just to prove a point and then make a documentary about it?
Interestingly, you've done this more than me, but I don't know if you're most likely to do it out of choice.
I think likely it's you.
Yeah.
You're more
I
into
agree.
this lifestyle changing experiments.
Well, like food is like I do more with food, I guess. Yeah,
I think you're
we
more
agree there.
adventurous in general.
Who's-
In some ways than others.
Yeah. Who's most likely to ghost all their responsibilities for a full day just to live in the moment and then spiral from the guilt? You spiral from the guilt?
Yes.
Okay, definitely the first part. Spiral from the guilt, really?
You won't see the guilt, but it's still there. Yes.
Okay, then we both agree on that one.
Who's most likely to discover a new erogenous zone and accidentally overshare about it on the podcasts?
Well, you are the only one who has done it.
Was it out of choice?
Accidentally? I'm not sure.
I think me.
Probably.
Yes.
Still. Yeah.
I am an oversharer more than you, actually.
Who's most likely to start a nerdy hobby and become weirdly competitive about it within 72 hours? Me.
Definitely Claire.
Yeah.
Totally Claire. Who's most likely to plan an entire solo trip with 0 famous landmarks, just vibes, weird museums, and street food?
Obviously me.
And me.
Museums and street food?
So, weird museums. If it's art, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
And it sounds cheap, so that's my kind of travel. Yes.
All right. Okay. Who's most likely to turn understanding their libido into a full-blown research paper with slides? You?
Definitely me.
Yeah.
That sounds like something I would do in the middle of the night, like at 2 a.m. on a
like
Sunday.
obsessively, and it would be amazing.
Yes.
And the next morning you think, why did I do this? Who's most likely to be into crystals, yoni eggs, and telling people Mercury is the reason they ghosted their ex? You. What?
Yes, that's you.
Crystals, yoni eggs, and telling people Mercury. What?
I don't even know what yoni eggs are.
Okay, we have to disagree there. No way.
Telling
I
people
would try
Mercury
it, but no.
is the reason they got. Actually,
No,
yeah, that's more like.
That's you.
That sounds more like you, no? That's a motherly love kind of thing, no?
Mercury?
Like someone who cares about people. Wait, why are you doing this and that? I feel like it's more you.
Yeah, but not the planets being the reason behind it.
Oh.
No, the humans.
This is spirituality.
Well,
that's my small
astrology.
sister. Yes,
Yeah.
That's my younger sister. Who's most likely to say yes to an intimacy workshop and end up leading it by accident? Claire.
Just to put that out there, I
Claire!
did feature in the Vagina Monologues and loved it. So, yeah.
I feel like you know a lot, but you just pretend to be dumb about it. I feel like you know a lot about even that G-spot thing. You knew very much of. There were many things Maurice was saying, and you're just like, yeah. And I'm like, what? How do you know that?
You didn't do the challenge.
Like the dick size thing.
Mm-hmm.
How did you know that?
I read a lot.
You use
Or I've
joysticks.
had a lot of... Maybe I just have many sex lives, as you said.
A joystick experience.
Who's most likely to have a wellness breakdown at 3 a.m., then come out of it with a full rebrand and a new morning routine? Yes. And stick to it for how long?
That's like me every week. Exactly. I have a new thing I'm starting.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's most likely to say yes to a sex retreat just for the research and then write erotic fanfare about the experience?
Fanfiction.
Fanfic about
The first bit, definitely you.
Sex retreat.
Yeah, just for the research.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. That's me.
Yeah. Erotic fanfic.
You.
Probably me. Yeah.
You're the one always in the notebook. So.
Exactly.
So if you are listening and disagreed with any of our answers, come fight us in the DMs or gently roast us. That works too.
Better yet, send us your who's most likely to ideas. We might read the wildest ones in the next Yesticle.
Tag us on Instagram at Yesgas Podcast or drop it in the comments. Bonus points if it's slightly scary or just weird.
Now, going back to the challenges that we did say yes to in this episode, which one were you most excited about?
Gaming, because I know nothing, and yeah, I'm still completely clueless. Less so now, but still very much in the neighborhood of cluelessness. And you?
I think I was actually most excited. Well, I was most excited about the sex ones because it was so new and kind of
sex
risque
is new
and
to you.
It was sexy, but
we have a virgin here. We have a virgin.
In terms of the challenge, I would say the fulfillment digital detox one because I thought I really need that one, and I was excited to see how I would do with that one. Okay. What about you? Oh no, I already asked you your one.
I feel like this season was low-key about wellness and well-being more than any other before.
Definitely. And I think we both needed it, and we didn't even realize how much.
And wellness is such a relevant topic right now. I mean, middle of 2025, everyone knows, history books know what this year brought on in Kenya and across the world. So there's so much uncertainty and very strange political happenings. It's not just about self-care Sundays as such, it's about self-care daily.
And I mean, if you look at the stats, depression rates have spiked, especially since the COVID era, since the beginning of it, and especially in Africa, where actually you'll find that treatment options are still more limited and less accessible to most people than, say, in the UK or the US. In fact, 75% of people with depression in Africa lack access to adequate treatment. That is crazy.
Totally crazy.
And unfair. And what does this topic mean to you, Akumu? How does it affect your day-to-day life? We normally ask our experts this, but I want to ask you.
Wellness, well-being. I think it's important to me because I look at it as a top-down kind of approach where mind downwards. If mind is not good, then I don't think anything else would make sense. At least for me, I can be happy, healthy. I'm happy to be healthy physically, but if my mental is terrible, then what's the point of anything, right? So I feel that there's so much to be depressed about right now. Depressed in quotes, because that's not the literal
We're not
meaning.
using it in the medical term right now, necessarily. Yeah.
There's so much to be angry about. So we all, I think, just right now need to find ways to find, your own kind of joy. I think even it was challenging even for us as content creators, just figuring out, should we release this sex episode when political things are happening in Kenya? And then, I kept pushing it, and I think we also have to look at it in a way that we are also creating content, because our content can also be an escape for anyone else who wants to find something else to think about, So if you look at it that way, find some joy. We find joy in creating this podcast, so whether things are burning outside, we'll find a way to still create it. We'll try to still keep it relevant for the times. But I think everyone just needs to find that thing that can keep them, sane. And guide it with your life. And of course, this season we talked more about sex than ever before, especially me. Why? Why now?
Well, it is such a huge topic. And I mean, it's almost like we can't go 8 seasons without touching on it at least a bit. The tip, you could say. But seriously, sex and sexuality is a huge part of wellness. And with so many sex podcasts out there, even African ones now, more and more, it seems like a good time for us to start acknowledging that, how big a part it is, especially in wellness and well-being. Plus, a healthy relationship with sex is such a crucial but often unaddressed part of our well-being, right? The important thing is, of course, not having sex, right? That's not the important thing. It's being comfortable with it, with what it means to you, and understanding yourself and what makes you tick, what you're looking for, what makes you happy, what brings you joy, never feeling pressured, never feeling an obligation at all. And so many health issues can have a negative impact on your sex life and libido, or positive, right? We discussed this with both Harriet and Maurice.
Exactly.
How, if your libido is low, maybe you have a stomach issue. Or maybe if you're not feeling good in your skin, how can you expect someone else to make you feel good on your skin?
Exactly. So it's all connected. Brain, body, reproductive,
feelings.
Altogether.
Yeah. So what was the biggest surprise for you this season?
Oh God, I think the sex episode with Maurice, for sure. I learned a lot about the G-spot, how it works, how I can stimulate it. There's just stuff I just took for granted. As always with all these episodes, you think you know something, and then you hear someone expert talking about it, and then you just get so many more angles to look at it from.
My biggest surprise was actually the travel episode. I thought it would be kind of a fun, lighthearted one, but it made me self-reflect a lot. And also when we're digging into it and we're thinking, is this and should this be the reserve of the elite? Hell no. Like, how can it be more accessible to all?
And even just how different we are.
How
we take for granted how nuanced every single person is. So everyone who wants to go outside is not necessarily the same type of outside goer.
Yes.
The one who's staying inside is not exactly the same type of inside stayer. It's crazy. And one final one. What will stay with you the most?
Honestly, I think when we talked about gaming, like I said, I've talked about it so much since before we made that episode and after, how it's such that one's a contentious topic, I think, and a divisive one across generations especially. And because this season was about wellness and well-being and generational trends, you know, I've had people saying, oh, but it's not healthy to be playing video games for hours a day.
It's not a job.
It's not a job. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. Well, who says? Who says? Many other things. Reading a book, you could say, well, that you're alone, you're just reading, it's passive, but that's encouraged. Why shouldn't video games? Right? Or everything in moderation, you could say. And then that generational thing of, you know, if you're below a certain age, you see it as cooler than if you're above a certain age. So I really, that will stay with me, and not just specific to gaming, but I think it opened up a lot of conversations like that where I feel more defensive.
Of the industry.
Yeah,
That's
of
nice.
the industry and other industries as well. I may not want to do it myself. And someone said, what if your son wants to be a professional, this or that? Well, I'm not going to stop him as long as it's not unhealthy, as long as it's not harmful.
Any other that will stay with you?
No, I need to ask you the question. Which one will stay with you the most?
I get it with the gaming thing. Like, I can enter any conversation where people are talking about gaming and I can have a point of view, right?
Informed point of view.
Informed point of view that is from someone who actually does it.
And you can name a game and impress people.
You know?
At least one game.
I know Taken and I know Xiao Chi.
Xiao Yu.
Wow.
I think.
You said the accent you did was so perfect. Xiao Chu. You know, as long as I can name one game, one character will be good.
You're not completely outside of the conversation.
Right. What will stay with me, of course, just knowing my body, owning it. I definitely remember even Harriet just saying, your libido is also a marker of what's happening with your health. So I keep that in mind as well. If my libido is off, for sure, I know something is off. So that is definitely a thing. I've never just thought about it in that way. What else? Yeah, the rest of the stuff, I think... Leah's idea of peace and looking at also food that hasn't gone through violence. I think that's I've never thought about it in that way in thinking of peace, you know. So if I say I want peace, then maybe that is one aspect of peace I can increase in my life. Plants that have not been brutally murdered.
All right.
Yeah.
No, that's very true. That was a really big takeaway I got from that plant-based episode. So there's no ratings for this Yesticle, but I guess you could say we just rated ourselves on a postcard. That's it for this Yesticle. Don't worry though, there are plenty of full episodes where we say yes to doing, being, or learning something new, and dozens of Yesticles too. Just scroll through and pick whatever catches your eye or your chaotic curiosity. No judgment.
And hey, please take a moment to rate and review us wherever you're listening. It helps others discover the show and it means the world to us. Also, share this episode or podcast with someone who'll enjoy it, relate to it, or just needs a little nudge to try something new.
As always, you can reach out to us on social media if you have an idea for an episode or you want to get involved through sponsorship. Our inbox is always open. And since Yes Girls Podcast.
Okay. And since we're already planning for the next season, if there's something you think we should say yes to or someone you'd love to hear on the show, tell us. No idea is too random. We've said yes to critical thinking and said yes to learning Greek, remember?
Yep. You'll find us everywhere at Yes Girls Podcast. Keep them legal.
And don't just lurk. Just say yes, hit follow, get weird with us. Send us a DM.
Not a weird DM, please.
Oh, it can be sexy though, for me. See you. Oh my God, I sound very desperate in this the sex episode, right? Okay, see you in the next Yesticle for more saying yes to thinking out loud.
And calling it a podcast.
Because I'm Akumu.
And I'm Claire.
And we are
the
Yes Girls!